Let us get started with the Apex service. The pattern for CLT is always same. You have to always go and define the inner classes, which is responsible for the data shape, and then you have to go and specify the parameters that needs to be invoked from the agent script. So how this service class will look like, let's have a quick look around it. Then we will go and also implement it as well. Again, if you look this service class have the four inner classes. The first inner class is the lead input, which will define what the form will collect. Here I have defined the sixth field. All the field will be annotated with @invocable variable. Then I do have another class with the name of lead result. This will define what the output card will be finally shown. Then I do have the two wrappers here, that is the create lead request and the create lead response. And this is the critical rule I want you to remember. The wrapper field name, here you can see the wrapper field name is the lead underscore data. This field name must have the exact match with the agent script parameter name. Again, I am iterating. The wrapper class field name must have the exact match with the agent script parameter name. So here you can see for the create lead request, the name here is the lead underscore data. So whenever you are defining the actions, right, you have to make sure that you are specifying the lead underscore data. Similarly, whenever you are specifying the output for, like in this example, I have specified the lead underscore result. Here you have to make sure that you are specifying the lead underscore result. Whatever the name that you have given here, it must matches the script parameter name. If there is a mismatch in this name, you will get a null values, or your complete process will fail with the silent error messages, or there will be no error messages. Sometimes that's what I have observed in case the script names are not matching correctly. Now what I will do, I will go and show you how to build this Apex class from the scratch, so that you will get a fair idea how this Apex class will look like. So let me navigate to the org, and here I will be creating an Apex class with the name of the lead creation service. So very first thing what I am doing, I am defining the data shape. My first data shape, it is for the input. Here I will be putting all the fields that I want to take in the form of an input. All the fields are annotating with @invocable variable. Here you can see I do have the label and the description. Additional thing you can also do, you can specify the required is equal to true. If you want the certain fields should be mandatory on the UI. This is the easiest hack that you can apply. Then what all different things that I have to return, for that again I am defining another inner class with the name of the lead result. You can give any name of this class, that does not matter, right? So here I am giving the class name as the lead result. After that I am defining the request wrapper. This is the something that must match with the agent script action name. So here this is my request wrapper with the name of create lead request, and here you can see that this is the name that I am talking about, lead underscore data, is to much match with the agent script action name. Like I have defined the create lead request, I am defining another wrapper which is responsible for the output. Here also whatever the names that I am giving, like the lead underscore result and the lead underscore ID, that should again be matched with the agent script output name. These are the few important points that you have to remember. So I have defined my data shape, right? I have defined my wrapper classes for input as well as the output. Then the next thing that I will be writing down here is the business logic, which is responsible to create the lead and finally returning the response as well. Let me put that code here and I will explain to you line by line. So what I do have here is the create lead. This is my request of type create lead request. Here you can see it is the create lead request. I am iterating over the request, and then I am inserting the lead record. Whatever the lead record that I have inserted, I am querying that lead record because I also want to return the lead ID and few other fields as well. So I am querying that record, and finally here I am preparing my output. Once my output is prepared, I am returning my output in the create lead response. So here you can see I am preparing my response and sending the output back to the agent. Very simple Apex class. This is the place where you will go and put your complete business logic. Rest of the things will be common based on your requirement. Now let me go and deploy this so that my Apex class will be ready. In the next video, we will discuss more about how you can go and create the lightning type as well.